And with us, Mick PARKIN, UFC heavyweight at the wall of KSW. It's nice to see you here, Mick. It's not your first time in Poland, I think.
No, I was talking to Phil with this other day. I think it's probably my most visited country now because for Phil's fights, I think I've been to everyone. I think I did miss one once because I was on holiday, but I love it here. I think this is actually my first time in Gdansk.
Okay.
Warsaw, I've been to quite a lot, and I think last time I went to Olsztyn, is that right? The big...
No.
Olsztyn, somewhere, the big lake.
Gdzie była poprzednia gara? Duża? Katowice? Gliwice.
Is that what it is? The big, huge lake.
One,
that was lovely, but it was, I come expecting cold last time.
Jesus.
Full tracksuit, and it was red hot. I was like sweating, so this time I brought me shorts. I'm already, but it's a beautiful place. I love Poland.
Great. It's nice to hear it. I think that Phil is also feeling here very good. He said that if not his lads and his family living in England, he would like to come to Poland and live here. It's good to hear that because for us, for Polish people, it's very important to feel that people that comes to our country feel good here. So it's nice to hear that you also like Gdańsk. What's your plan after the fight? Do you plan to drink beer as Phil wants to drink in Sunday?
Even if you don't drink beer, Phil will force you to drink beer every time. Last time he came for the stare-off, I came with him as like a +1, and he was like 6 beer limit.
Jesus.
Then we got there, and it was a free bar, and they weren't selling they weren't giving lager away.
Yeah.
It was only spirits, and he was like, well. So then he started drinking whatever I think it was Jack Daniels then, and the next thing you know, I was like, he's like, do I look drunk? I was like, you're pretty drunk. He was like, nobody can tell. And then the KSW staff come up to him, and we're like, he's so drunk, Phil, and he was like, yeah, I am.
No, that was funny, but when you watch this face-off with Arek, you don't see really that Phil is like a bit dizzy.
Well, I said it was actually probably better that Arek was nice and he was quite playful, because if he was serious, I don't think Phil would have been able to do it. So I said, it's a good job you've got like a respectful, nice opponent who was having a bit of a laugh with him as well, or really it had been falling all over.
Phil is our champ since 2018, so he's like a guy who really cleared the division, and it's hard to find another opponent for him. What do you think about Arek Wrzosek? Do you think that it's a good time for Arek to challenge as an opponent, to challenge Phil de Vries, or maybe you think it's too soon for him?
I don't know. He's definitely a dangerous striker. He's a very, very good kickboxer, and he's I've watched him. He's a very, very quick finisher, and if he hurts you, he finishes early. Yes. But I think you could spend your lifetime trying to beat Phil, and I'm not just saying because it's my training partner. He's my main training partner. He is probably the best heavyweight grappler in the world. Not just like here in KSW. I believe any show in the world, this Phil now like out grapples anybody. And I've been to gyms. I've trained all over like the places now with other high level heavyweights, and I've never felt anything like he's like. So when I first started training with Phil, I did the same thing everybody does. You see him, you think he's a grappler. Stop him from taking you down, you'll be fine. And then he gets a hold of the air, and you think, oh my God, it's not as easy as just stopping him. And then from my first session with Phil to like where I'm at now, he's helped us so much to improve. Like to have him every day training with, like I don't think I'll get better training anywhere in the world with him, especially for wrestling and grappling. He's amazing.
Let's imagine that Phil is going to UFC this time, in this part of his career, in this shape that he is right now. Do you think that Phil could be a UFC champ?
Definitely. I think if Phil gets on top of anybody, he could beat anybody in the world.
Wow.
Definitely. He is that good. Like obviously I spar quite a lot with Tom Aspinall, and he's amazing and great and can do it all. And watch them spar, like just Phil's more of a niche grappler, Tom's more of what you've seen of him, he's striking and stuff like that. Yes. And to jump in with them two and get rounds with them, you're like, there's no easy way. You're either getting punched all over off Tom or you're getting crushed by Phil. So it's good for me, but maybe it's not at the time.
Well, it's good to have such a strong sparring partners. Where do you find yourself between those two guys? Do you think that you've got as good as wrestling as Phil have, or maybe as good as stand-up have Tom? Where do you rate yourself according to those guys?
I think it's maybe the skill set that helped us loads. Like I said, Phil's helped us loads with his grappling, and Tom also with the striking. But it's experience for me. Like I'm quite new to it compared to them guys, especially Phil. And that's what I feel like. A few things. It's time in there now and experience against higher level opposition, and just I still have to keep getting better. I don't know how far I'll go. Obviously, it was disappointing in my last one, but it was close. I don't think it was competitive. On another day, I might have got the nod, so I wasn't too disheartened because it was so close.
Yeah.
Obviously, I knew Tyburą would be very, very tough. Probably tougher than I liked. But yeah, so I'm just getting better. I had a few things, just go back and just try and improve, and hopefully show that in my next fight.
It's good that you mentioned Marcin Tybura, because we didn't have any opportunity to talk after the fight at the UFC London. What was the most hard thing that Tybura presented in the cage for you? Was there any surprises that he showed you in the cage?
No, I knew he was more awkward on the feet, and he was definitely tough and durable. I probably made a mistake the second round that I thought I'd nearly finished him, and maybe he's went a little bit too much into it. Then after I was like, oh, didn't go as planned. But like I said, that's experience. I think in the third round he was maybe just as tired as me, but he was more active.
Yes.
That's what I think with experience, where maybe I should have thrown a little bit more, or maybe he's tried to take him down, because I knew he was a better grappler than most heavyweights, but I felt like I was a lot better than him on the floor. So maybe I should have fought with him on the floor a little bit more. But like I said, it's experience. I knew he'd be tough. I knew he'd be durable. I watched it back, and I still think I might have just edged it. I think the first round was very close. Second round was mine, and the third was his. So I was like, I'm not going to say I wasn't disappointed. I was obviously very disappointed. Yes. But it wouldn't have been as bad as if I'd been completely smashed 3 rounds to 1. To lose that close against a veteran guy wasn't too disheartening. I just need to get a little bit better, do a little bit more, hopefully get the win next time.
What's the lesson that you take from this fight?
Didn't go crazy when you think you finished them sometimes, but no, like I said, somebody else maybe would have folded, but I respected him before, and I think he'd had 21 fights in the UFC. I was like, you're going to be good, 20 fights in the UFC, and he's fought everybody and been everywhere, so I knew he'd be experienced. But that's just for me now. I'm 29, I'm still quite young for heavyweight, just need to get more rounds in. Like I said, I've trained with Phil and Tom Aspinall. I just need to keep getting better, really.
Okay, so last question from me. How much does Phil weigh today?
He's a bit lighter now. I think when we got here, he said he was 130, but he was definitely about 132. I think this morning he was about 126, 125, so not too much. To be fair, he always gets to about this and cuts the weight, but like I said, he's just, every time I see him, he's just gets bigger and bigger. He's never, like I said, he's never out of shape. He's always in shape, and I think he'll show Saturday night. I think he keeps improving as well, and you were seeing him, maybe he's getting more and more finishes earlier, and he's getting more and more confident, and like at this minute, I can't see anybody stopping him.
Great. Okay, I wanted to ask you also one question about Tom Aspinall, so I would regret if I wouldn't. So what do you think about this whole situation between Tom Aspinall and Jon Jones? Dana White says this fight will happen. Jon Jones agreed to fight with Tom Aspinall, but we don't know when, or really will he fight, or maybe not. Do you think that Jon Jones is afraid of Tom Aspinall?
I don't know if I would say afraid. He's fought like everybody. I don't think he's scared of anybody. I just think maybe his foot's out the door now. He's half thinking about retiring. I don't know. I don't know him. Obviously, I know Tom, and Tom just wants to fight him. I think it's a great fight for Tom, and I think it's loads of money for Tom, which is very good for him as well. And it's obviously, if Tom beats him, it's a massive name on your resume to beat. But I don't know. Jon Jones, I saw the videos of him in Thailand. Looks like he's just enjoying himself. So I don't know. I don't know if he's either really clever and wants a lot more money, and he's going to get a lot more money, or if he's just going to sail into the sunset and just have his bit fun. I don't know. I spoke to Tom, and I think Tom's generally in the same boat. I think the UFC say we're trying to make the fight as much as possible, and then 1 week it looks like it's going to happen, a week after it doesn't. So I think Tom's just training. He's very, very good and regimented. So he trains all the time, and I think they'll just give him a name, and I think he can fight anybody.
I think that the question is, what does Jon Jones really want? If he wants more money, or maybe to protect his legacy, because Tom Aspinall is very, very dangerous, and I think that Jon Jones understands it quite well.
Yeah, like I think Jon Jones is obviously amazing. He's Jon Jones, but like I do think Tom could finish anybody in the first couple of minutes. He is that fast and that good, so it'd be a great fight just for fans. I feel like it's the fight that everybody in the UFC wants to see now, and a lot of fans are like getting impatient, but only Jon Jones knows. So I hope he does. Like I said, it'll be a lot of money for Tom and a great name. I do think he can beat him too.
Great. Okay, let's see if there are any questions for you from chat. Kochanie, czy mamy jakieś pytania z czatu?
Oczywiście. było. Kto mocniej bije, Phil czy Marcin?
Okay, who's a heavy hitter in your opinion, Phil or Marcin Tybura?
Who hits heavier? Phil's never hit his full force, so I don't know. So I would say Marcin hit his with one good shot I remember, but I've never had Phil hit as hard as he can. So I remember Phil, one fight, he looked like he was just chipping away at the guy, I can't remember who it was, and the guy's eye was literally imploded. So people are watching and think he's not hitting hard, but believers, even when he hits you like that, nice to me. I'm like, Phil, take your power down a little bit, please. So Phil definitely hits heavy.
Okay, great. Coś jeszcze?
Nie.
Okay, that's all. Mick, thank you very much for this interview. I hope that the Gdańsk will be as more enjoyable for you as for Phil. So don't drink too much. Don't drink too much, especially at the sun.
No
okay?
promises. No promises there, especially with Phil. I try to hold him back, but he's hard to keep control of.
It was a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.